talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she need down the ride, oh I bet that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Are you clean, crisp? Are you feeling airy today? Oh, let's chat, shall we? All right. So I came across this article, right? And I felt like it was something that would be good for the soul, for the postal workers nationwide. Good for the soul. Why do I say this? Because there's a lot of people that say, hey, you know what? Let's go over to UPS. Hey, let's go over to Amazon because those guys are doing better than we are. Well, this video is going to specifically deal with the Amazon. I got another video that's going to deal specifically with UPS. So be on the lookout for that one. And people getting fired and just let go after 20 some odd years. That's crazy, baby. But this one will actually, you'll get a kick out of it because we all use Amazon, right? I mean, there ain't not one person that don't use Amazon. I mean, all this crap here was bought through Amazon, right? Yeah. So, but it's about the delivery drivers and the warehouse and how they operate and the misscans and all that. Sound familiar? Well, let's see how they handle it versus how we handle it. All right? Let's take a look. Law. This is funny. All right. This person says, I'm an ex-Amazon delivery driver. Some employees may not deliver your packages because of a little known policy. Amazon packages don't always get delivered on time, and social media users said it could be due to a shocking reason. Let's see what this is. This guy is an Amazon driver for 3 years, so it's not like just one person that just showed up. During his time with Amazon company, he claimed to have witnessed drivers fail to address Amazon's delivery mishaps properly. Amazon needs to do better, and the drivers can do better too, but mostly Amazon, he said. I know that's right. He asked his followers if they noticed delayed shipments on any packages they ordered from the e-commerce giant. I'm talking about Amazon. Have you ever had anything you ordering say that there was a problem? He also claimed Amazon Prime website sometimes notified a customer that their package was magically reshipping again. In some cases, he said random packages would arrive at people's houses with different address labels or even no labels at all. Okay, I've had that once. Each Amazon warehouse package was supposed to be scanned and routed to a driver's truck, but he said they weren't always scanned. And there we go with that scanning, boy. Y'all know about the scanning. He claimed some packages were allegedly sent to the wrong trucks. I mean, that stuff happens, but drivers often wouldn't realize they had an extra package until the end of the day. But he claimed this was a tedious process and would add an extra hour to the driver's shift since they would have to wait in line. I don't know what that means, but somebody will identify for me, right? So what do you think happens when a driver's super tired after their 10-hour shift of running packages up apartments and Amazon effed up and wants them to return and spend an extra hour of their time? He said, He claimed he's even seen drivers drop packages under bridges or dump them without anyone knowing. Oh, we were bad. He said some drivers would leave extra packages under their seats or drop them at their last stop, knowing it wasn't the right address. He even went far enough to claim that some drivers would take the packages home since Amazon could easily replace them. Ain't that about a blip? they give you some tips on how to avoid package theft. But it says while these steps can't stop a driver from hiding a package, they could at least deter passing pedestrians from scooping one up. Now, the person, I don't have TikTok, but I believe his name is Old Head Mike's Show. So what's the policy is that they have to come back, and I'm assuming, yeah, they got to go back just like we do. Well, our carriers do. And they got to go deliver some packages. Now, what happens with those packages a lot of the times is, and I've witnessed it myself, they'll have the trucks come to certain stations on our end, and they just leave packages. They leave pallets and pallets and pallets. Sometimes those pallets do not belong to the area that they're delivering, but the Amazon drivers themselves will they take off. And I had to ask a few times, well, why don't y'all just give it back to them the next day? If this whole pallet doesn't belong here, just give it back to them the next day. And I was told that they're not there to pick up packages. They're only there to drop packages off. I'm like, oh, that don't make no sense. They said, well, it would be considered a return. And I said, no, not a return. It's them not delivering to the right address. They got to pick the whole freaking pallet up. I mean, there's 90 to 100 pieces on a full pallet. They got to bring it and go drop it off at the other station because it don't even belong. Sometimes it don't even belong to the station in the same vicinity. Sometimes it's like 80, 90 miles away, and they're like, oh, that's USPS's fault or problem. That's not our damn problem. That's not our damn problem. Listen, with all this being said, a lot of people claim that we don't have professionalism. I get it. Problem with Amazon is that they don't keep their drivers or their employees very long. I had a full video maybe about a year ago where it describes how Amazon purposely pushes people out within a 3-year period. They don't last more than 3 years. And there's a specific reason. They have contractors that do those routes. So if you don't know what I mean by that, when you see those Amazon drivers come to your house, they don't specifically work directly for Amazon. They work for a contractor. So if I had a ton of money and I bought they leased like 10 trucks or something like that, and I would lease 10 trucks and hire 10 people underneath me and the route that goes with it. My money is supposed to be able to pay the employee as well as the gas, as well as the leasing. So they don't have no real vested interest in working for Amazon for long term, because contractors don't offer a ton of things like, insurance or benefits, etc. It's good gig work, I guess, but I mean, it's grueling. It's grueling. Anybody know about carrying, which our people do, they know that's not an easy task. Now, we do carrying as well as packages, which, creates more stops. They're just hauling packages all day in them vans and big trucks. It's not an easy task for them. And they're going to continue to flip people over. Now, the ones that actually do work for Amazon itself, which are the warehouse workers, y'all thought you had it bad. They can't bring phones inside of there. That means one or two may slip one in. They're not supposed to be bringing phones inside of there. They work distances apart from each other. They don't have that whole sit there and talk to each other while they're working on a workroom floor. No, they got to do requests for bathroom breaks. They're monitor. You talk about one camera maybe that works inside of a plant. Nah, man, they got hundreds of cameras just watching your every single move. And it's all about productivity, because if you're not moving and you're not scanning these packages and so on and so forth, they push you out. You're supposed to get a bunch of stuff and load it. And you thought that the post office was BS? Nah, man, it's not as bad as people make it seem. And the overall look of Amazon, it'll never be tarnished. I mean, it's tarnished as is, but people keep buying from them anyway. So it's not going to change what we do. But what we do see is that, I mean, regardless of how many people say, oh, I can't stand USPS, I mean, they suck, so on and so forth. hey, at the end of the day, we still here. We still here. We still got jobs. We may not have the overtime. Y'all may be going through some changes, but shit, these guys is just, a lot of them are straight crooks. It is rare you see older delivery drivers as well. That's another thing. They have this thing where it's an unspoken rule where they don't hire too many people that are over 40. That's a statistic. I forgot where I read it, but they won't hire no runners. If you're not a runner, they're not going to hire you. And like me, if I go to apply for it, they're going to kind of, okay, well, he looks like he's fit. And that's a form of, discrimination, but they do it. They do it. And you don't look at it when you see it yourself. You don't. But that's kind of what they do. I mean, I have very rarely ever seen a heavy set driver for Amazon. Think about it. You don't. Or an older person that's a delivery driver. They don't have them. Their whole purpose is to get them packages delivered. And that's their unspoken inside discrimination rule that they got going on there. But, next time you look, hey, check it out. They got younger people, man, in there, 20, maybe up to 35, maybe 40, if you lucky. But that's all we're going to talk about. Yeah. So just keep that in mind when you guys are ordering your Amazon, all right? It's JH with a cute little article there for you, all right? We ain't as bad as y'all keep making it seem, all right? We out.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.